Ladies and gentlemen, patriots, truth seekers, digital warriors. As you already know, this is not just a regular broadcast. This is the Operation Airways Liberation. And of course, it's on the surge. The algorithm are trying to topple us. The shadow banning our content and the gatekeeper of this narrative are doing every single thing they can to take us down. But guess what? We are still here and we are not going anywhere. I'm only 23 years old. I'm just getting started. And if you stand with us, this is your moment to strike back. Every pound that you've donated is a bullet in the chamber of truth. And every patron that you've pledged is a shield against this censorship. And every supporter, every subscriber is a soldier in this war of this information. And of course, we are building a channel that exposes and shakes the institution. We are rallying community to refuse to be gaslit. We are exposing predators. We are exposing cover-up. We are exposing the corruption. And they hate us for that. Of course, we're not funded by billionaires. We're being funded by you since the beginning. And if you want this voice to stay on air, if you want this resistance to grow louder, stronger, and unstoppable, this is your time to act. Don't wait until I'm gone. Don't wait until the live stream gets cut mid-sentence. Click the link in the description. Become the resistant. Become a sustaining member of the Baraka Show. Fund the war. Fund this enigma machine that we're building that will counter narrative, destroy the bias, and expose the real nuggets to you live and direct. Because if we fall, they win. And I promised you I won't let that happen. But trust me guys, they're getting very, very close. They are getting so close. And of course, this is not charity. This is a warfare for information. This is survival. This is victory. And I need you to fund this war. Join the resistance, fuel the fight, and keep us on air. Click the first link in the description. Thank you so much.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.
Ladies and gentlemen, patriot, truth seekers, digital warriors, welcome back to the show once again. This is the Baraka Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, we're going to break a lot of stories today. We have to, because some of these stories are going unnoticed. Nobody's talking about these stories. That's why the Baraka Show exists, because we need to report the stories that the nation needs to know. So if you're joining us right now, share this live feed everywhere. Share it to a friend, sister, brother. Share it to everyone that you have on your phone. Share it to a group chat. Send it to a friend. Send it to every single person that you know, because the Baraka Show is live and we're here to report the stories that the nation needs to know. Thank you so much. Now, I only have like an hour. I have 1 good hour to deliver every single story today. And as you already know, I take my time when I do these videos and do these streams. So wish me good luck. I have 1 hour to deliver at least 5 to 7 stories, but we're probably going to do 5. We'll see. 1 hour. Now, let's get straight into this. So here's the stuff that we're going to be covering. We're going to be covering a girl who's 14 who has died after undergoing breast enlargement surgery without her father knowing, without the father's knowledge. That is scary. I mean, that is worrying. That person who did that the surgeon should lose their license. Something needs to be done, because a 14-year-old girl should not be able to go to a hospital and be able to get breast enlargement surgery and then dies. And then hooray, next new day is fine. So we're gonna be covering about that. We're gonna be talking about that. We're also gonna be talking about terrifying moments where a boy pulls out a machete out and attempt to attack students at the college. For a 17-year-old guy in normal college, normal college, 16, 17, 18-year-old, they go there, and this guy just pulls up and casually in the school, for God's sake. This guy is there to learn. But he casually just pulls out a knife, a long knife. The knife is so long, it's like this keyboard here. I think this is very small. Sword. And he's out there wielding, our students. He's out there trying to, like, stab him. I think that was a canteen or playroom. That's strange. We need to report about that. I'm going to show you the video, so brace yourself for an impact on that. We're going to also cover young Bob, arrested again. This is the second time being arrested. I've not heard from him. And hopefully he's fine. He was arrested before in July, and he was let out. He's arrested again. We don't know what's going on. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Britain has now more parking warden than full-time soldiers. Yeah, that's right. There's more people out there patrolling the street ready to give you a fine for 5-second parking than soldiers protecting the country. Than soldiers who should be protecting the invasion of Great Britain. But guess what? We're able to recruit all these guys to go find people because you parked at the double yellow line. So we're going to talk about that. And last thing is that I was branded as far right by Channel 4. Yes, that's right. I went to Glasgow to cover the protest and I spoke at the rally. And apparently Channel 4 sees me as far right, nationalist, racist. So I got a message for those guys. It's insane. I did give an interview to one of the mainstream media that were there. I think it was like 5 minutes long interview. They will ask me all these sort of questions. And I was just firing back. Yes, that's true. I was firing back at this mainstream media cameraman. He came. Sorry. Don't know what the heck happened there. It came to the rally with a big, huge camera. I just noticed that was a mainstream media guy. And he approached me to give him an interview, and we'll see where that will come out. But right now, Channel 4 has called me, and every single person who turned up, far right. So we're going to report that as well. That's insane. That's strange. And if we have enough time, we might cover Yvette Cooper. She's out here. She's out here calling for full-on fight with Putin. Yvette Cooper warns Putin that Britain is ready to act after Trump backs NATO shooting down of Russian planes. So Yvette Cooper is out there saying, hey, let's go, we're ready. Man, I don't know about that. I'm not sure, Yvette Cooper. Do you see the guys we're recruiting for army? Do you see them out? We not even, the budgets to the army is very small. And the numbers of people in the armed forces is like 73,000 troops. And you think you're going to go and take down Putin? Really? Oh, come on, Yvette Cooper. Sit down, please. And it's so strange that she is the foreign secretary. Fuck. We are in trouble. So let's talk about that. Now, we're not going to waste too much time. So let's get into the first story. Now, this story is strange. It's sad. I believe every single media outlet should shed a light on this one. On how this young little girl, 14-year-old girl, was given, what surgery was conducted on her, was done on her. She's 14, by the way. 14. Just 14-year-old girl. Goes to the hospital, gets the surgery done, and the surgery is not like she broke her leg or something. It's not like, oh, I needed something, like something here happened. Just twisted my ankle, whatever. No, the surgery was to enlarge her breast. That's strange. 14, surgery to enlarge the breast. Like what? What do you mean enlarge your breast? You're 14-year-old kid, and somehow the surgeon conducted the thing. The surgeon said, "Yes, I'm gonna make your tits big. Come on, lay down." And of course, the surgeon did what he did. And now the little girl, she's dead. Right now, police is investigating. But I'm here to report to you that this is a terrifying story. So, I don't know how we got here. I don't know why there's people in the medical industry who feel like this should be appropriate. It's strange, and it's worrying to say the least. Now, I'm going to read you the full story to you, and it's so bad. The worst thing is the girl went to get surgery, and the dad didn't even know. The father didn't even know that the girl, his daughter, went there to get surgery. Like, that's how bad it was. That's how bad it is that his daughter 14-year-old kid, went to get surgery to get, breast enlargement surgery, and the dad didn't even know. The dad only found out when he seen the body. Yes, imagine you're a dad. It's a 14-year-old kid. You're getting called, hey, your 14-year-old kid, is, going through horrible stuff in a hospital. And you're thinking, maybe it's COVID, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Or maybe she fell because she's just been at the holiday. Maybe she's, because she was on holiday. And you get there, and next minute, you're getting told your little baby girl is dead. And then you don't get to know what happened. They tell you that, cardiac arrest, all these things. They tell you all this, and you're thinking, man, she was 14-year-old kid. How? She was healthy. Look at the picture of her. Look at the picture of her. She looks healthy to me. Just a nice, beautiful 14-year-old kid. But no, you get to find out just before the burial. You get to find out that, oh man, what happened to her breast? What's going on here? You see lines and lines. You're thinking, wait, you did a surgery on my 14-year-old kid on breast enlargement? And I didn't even know? And I'm going to find out right now because I dared to look at the body? Yeah, this is like, I would be pissed. I would be angry. I think every single parent deserves that much to know. Now, let's read this story. Brace yourself for an impact. It is really bad. So, a 14-year-old girl died in Mexico after allegedly undergoing an unauthorized breast enlargement operation. Wow, that's gross. Schoolgirl Paloma Nicole died in a hospital on Saturday in the city of Darongon a week after the surgery. Paloma's cause of death was reportedly marked as complicated due to respiratory illness on her death certificate, but a grieving father, Carlos, claimed breast arguments was to blame, and that is demanding investigation. All right, let's carry on with the story. Now, he said her death certificate falsely stated illness as cause of death in an attempt to cover up the truth, he said. I carry on reading again. I quote, They gave us the death certificate right away. As soon as she was pronounced dead, they gave us the death certificate straight away. I don't know how they did that so quickly, he said. Of the death certificate, he alleged that an operation was carried out without his knowledge and said he only found out at her funeral after discovering she has gotten breast implants. I'm talking about 14-year-old here. It's 14. That's right. Carlos claims that the surgery resulted in complication, causing his daughter to go into cardiac arrest. I quote again, I thought she had got COVID-19 on a trip to the mountains, the father said, recalling that her mother had told Pamela had tested positive and that they would be away for a few days without the phone coverage. So the mother told the father that the kid got COVID-19. Okay, now let's carry on reading. It gets strange. It gets worse. Days later, he was told his daughter was in critical condition. When he arrived at the hospital to see Pamela, she was incubated and induced coma. To be in an induced coma, so it was bad. At the time, he was told that she was suffering respiratory arrest due to COVID. So they told her it was COVID, which had caused brain swallowing. So her brain was swallowing. The girl's mother is understood to have consented the operation, news outlet, antenna-free reports. The heartbreaking father failed to complain about his daughter's funeral after his daughter's funeral when he realized there was more behind to the daughter's death, claiming there was a cover-up. So you got to find out all this at the funeral. That's when he noticed, like, wait, what the like, this was not COVID. Breast implant, 14-year-old kid? No. Then I quote, I demand that all those involved to be investigated, they said. Authorities have confirmed that they're investigating Pamela's death. The tragedy comes just 2 months after. Then obviously this after renowned after I lost the line. Where was I? The tragedy comes just 2 months after a 40-year-old woman died after undergoing lips section that was performed by renowned plastic surgery in Brazil. So this is common, basically, when big people, they can get all this breast implants and stuff. That's okay if you are like maybe 30, 35 and you want to get your breasts, whatever, your boobs, you want to make them big, whatever. Okay, cool, makes sense. That's you. You're old enough to make that decision. But this girl was 14, as you can see a picture of her right here on the screen. This girl was 14-year-old kid, and she did it without the father even knowing. And the mother, allegedly, was involved in consenting the operation. So this is big, folks. This is evil. You are staring at evil right here. Evil. The mother knows the kid is 14. The mother knows the kid is 14. But somehow, the mother thinks that the kid is big enough and strong enough to get breast enlargement operation. For what? She's 14. Is she ready to breastfeed? Well, she's 14. Like, she's thinking about going to school, do algebra, learn. She's not even had a sex education yet. She's 14, for God's sake. If God is gonna if God is going to bless her with a body that will be able to carry those type of part of the body, then she will get it when she grows up. But 14, I don't know, man. This is strange, and this is becoming very normal because in 2024 we lost a beautiful young lady, I might add, here from Manchester. She traveled to Turkey to go get her how can I say this properly without getting in trouble with YouTube? She went to get her what's the title? What's the name for this? Sorry, give me a second. I want to know how to say this properly. Because, oh God. She went to get Brazilian filler, I might say. The Brazilian butt. That's what they call it. Yeah, butt lift. Brazilian butt lift. She traveled across the country, across the globe from Manchester, and she went to get Brazilian butt lift operation in Turkey last year. And she died. And we lost her. Because she went out there to do that. Of course, this girl was old. She was not 14. But we are seeing a pattern of failure. Because people see online, they see the Kim Kardashian, they see all these Cardi B type of people. They see all these fancy millionaires who can afford a good surgeon, who can afford to pay monthly. Doesn't matter how much it will cost. They can afford to keep it going for the rest of their life. They seen their pictures and they're like, look at the ass. Look at the breast. I want that. And then they're like, oh, surgeon. Oh, well, how much you going to cost me? You're going to cost me 99% less than what she pays? I'm coming. And then we get results like this. Well, even mothers are able to force their daughters to do the unthinkable. And now she's gone. We've lost her. And this is not first time because multiple people have lost their lives or been or living in a critical condition, hospitalized, becoming disabled. They won't be able to walk. Some can't even be able to do basic stuff because they went out there because they wanted to have big breasts, they wanted to have big butts, and they invested the last dollar that they had, and they lost everything that God has given them, their ability to walk, their ability to talk, their ability to do stuff. And now this lady, this young girl, has lost the ability to live her beautiful life that was set here by God. We've lost her now because their mother was so greedy, so immature, I might add, to force the young lady to go through this. And that's unfair. She deserved a better carer. She deserved a better leader. She deserved a mature parent. But she didn't have none of that. And we've lost her today. That's a tragic story, man. It's a crazy story, that is. Crazy story. Now, let's talk about the next story. As I said, I got 1 hour to bang everything. It's been 25 minutes already. So, hey, we just covered one story. So can we do the rest stories today? Can we finish all the stories? We'll see. We'll see how many stories we can cover today. Now, okay, let's go to the next story. The next story is the moment where a boy pulls up a machete, a big knife in school. I'm sure you guys have kids. You probably have a 14-year-old. No, obviously they're not going to college. You got 16-year-olds, 17, 18, or maybe 19. They all go to college, and they're going to college to learn, I might add, to learn. But no, it seems like today's kids go to college to fight each other. They're like Vikings, walking around with swords. They're out there. Kids just randomly in school. They just sit in school. Imagine you're just in school. You're waiting for the teacher to write up stuff or to pull up stuff in a PDF and teach you. And you've seen one guy just pull up a sword, a long knife. I don't even have that long type of knife in the house. I think that's dangerous to have. What kind of onions are you breaking? How big is the chicken that you're breaking? This guy pulls up a big machete in the college. Why? I mean, what's wrong with you, sir? Why you even thinking? You wake up in the morning, you putting your dress on. Myself, I put suits on. You putting all the tracksuits on, and you're thinking, I should put a pen in my pocket, but I got a better idea. Let me put a long knife in my pocket, machete. Why? Here's a video I need you to watch. Brace yourself for an impact because it is a bad video. It looks really bad. I had to blur it because if it was not blurred, I think the channel would be YouTube would not allow that. So we had to blur this video. Watch this. Viewer discretion advised. It is really bad. Watch this video. He brings it out. Basically trying to chop off the guy's head. See? It goes on. The knife is so long.
Are we witnessing? Shit. Oh shit, yeah. I fucked up, cuz.
Well, that's what we are today. Sorry, my voice. That's what we are today, where these kids can. Did you see how natural that was? The way he just pulled out the knife, like normally you'd be like, hey, bring out your phone. Let me put my number on your phone. You bring out your phone normally because that's normal, right? But no, this guy just brings out the knife normally. He brings it out like, pa! He's chasing. He's trying to chop off his head. For God's sake. So this video is circulating online. Now I want to quickly read you the story from all the, from Daily Mail here. They reported it heavily. Not much story, just obviously it's just more information of what I just told you. The video itself probably explains what went on, but let me read this full story to you. So the Warwick police police officers have not confirmed the authenticity of this video to Daily Mail, but yesterday it was desperate to get hold of the footage that was posted on social media everywhere. In a statement released yesterday afternoon, the force said it had arrested a 17-year-old boy at his home address. That's really bad. I'm sure the parents are like gutted. The parents need to do more. I mean, imagine police knock on your house and they're like, "Hey, Mrs. Thompson, is Darren in?" And you're like, "Hey, yeah, Darren, my beautiful son, is upstairs." And the police is like, "Yeah, we needed to come downstairs. He's under arrest for this and this and this." And you're probably thinking, wait, Darren, the beautiful kid that I've raised, he goes to church, he does all these lovely stuff in the house. I mean, he's carrying a knife in college? Really? I mean, parents need to do more. We need parents to get more involved in their kids' life. You need parents to get more involved. I get it. Sometimes I'm that kid where I'm like, "Oh, Mom, why are you asking so much question? Mom, I'm fine. Leave me alone. I'm fine." I get it. Us young boys feel like we are a lone wolf. We can do everything alone. We don't want to tell the parents what we're doing. You know, Mom's like, "Hey, where you going?" I'm like, "I'll be back." That's what we say. Hey, Mom says, "Where you going?" "I'll be back." No, I think moms need to go further and further. And I think sons as well, we need to realize, hey, our parents deserve to know what we're doing in our life. So I think I'm guilty on that as well, because I used to be one of those kids where I'm like, "Hey, I'm just doing my thing, But obviously this was never my thing. I've never carried a knife before. I've never seen any of these machetes in real life. But I've seen or met people who have died because they were involved in these things. They call themselves rappers. They call themselves gangsters. They call themselves street defenders. And they fight because of a postcode. In Manchester here, we lose young boys get killed all the time because they're fighting because of a postcode. I mean, for God's sake, you're fighting because of a postcode that your dad, your parents don't even know? Yeah. Now, I want to carry on with the story. Sorry, guys, I get too passionate because this is terrifying. I'm assuming the parents were really like shocked, to say the least. Now, 2 other boys were arrested outside the college in a separate incident on suspicion of violent disorder, with other officers who were at the scene. So basically, other guys got arrested because they were. So I guess this is a normal thing in this college then. All right, Chief Inspector Simon Ryan, policing commander of South Warwick, described yesterday's incidents as terrifying. He said officers had taken prompt action to detain the suspect, a 17-year-old boy who was arrested short time later at his home address following inquiry at the scene. He has been arrested on suspicion of attempted wounding and possession of an offensive weapon. I quote, "We are carrying out searches at his home as a part of investigation," the police officer says. Where was I? Then he carries on. "Nobody was injured at the time. We believe the incident was a part of a disagreement. We do not believe there is a further risk to the community. We are aware of the footage we are aware of the footage of the incidents on social media. This is a forming part of our inquiry. I'm encouraging anyone with the footage to contact the police. We'll maintain a police presence at the school. And we urge anyone with concerns to speak to the officers at the school. Royal Leamington Spa College, this is a college by the way, said it went into lockdown following advice from the police while officers carried out their investigation. And they said, we thank, this is the police still. We would like to thank students, staff, and parents for their patience and cooperation during this time, the college said in the message posted on their website. So the college is on lockdown now because this guy thought it was a good idea to basically bring out a sword in the school and casually just wield it around. So this is troubling. This is big troubling. This is big troubling as always. So this is one story done. I don't know if so kids out there who think it's okay to carry a knife and the police think it's okay to let them carry on. And this is what we got. We get kids stabbing each other up. We get mothers not knowing who did what and not knowing how the kids behave outside the house. They don't know anything. It's like their houses, mothers and fathers, they're basically a hotel to their sons. Their house is basically a hotel to their sons. The sons come back. They don't know what the son's carrying in their bag. They don't know what the son has in their pocket. They only get to know when their son is dead or when the son is arrested. And that is terrifying. I would hate it. And I thank God, the house that I grew up in, it was very strict. My mom was relentless. She didn't give up. And I thank God for that all the time. Because I see a lot of parents, they've given up on their kids. They don't even ask their kids anything. They just see their kids go in, go out, go in, go out, go in. But sometimes they don't even know if their kids is in the house. They'll go sleep not knowing if the kids is in the bed. Man, I'm a grown... I left my mom's house when I was 21. Yeah, 21, 20. I think 20 or 21. That's when I left my parents' house. When I was 20, yeah, my mom used to walk in my room anytime just to make sure I was in there. Nighttime. I'm on the phone to a girl. You know when you're like sleeping on the phone, you're like, oh, you're just talking. And I'll just hear the door, boom. She's like, hello, are you in there? I'm like, I'm in there, mom. What do you think I was? I'm getting pissed because she walked in. That's how she was. She goes in to make sure you're in the house. If you're not in the house, she's calling everybody to make sure you're back on time. And I'm really glad that she did all that. And I never had the chance or never had the evil entities influencing me to make friends with these guys who are out there carrying. I never had the chance or to be influenced by these guys or these rappers or carrying a knife. So I thank God for that. And I think a lot of parents need to get involved in their kids' life more than ever before. Because what we're seeing here is it's just a big problem. It needs fixing. Because a college, school, any sort of school, churches, and all these buildings, they should be the safest place for kids. And that's why Jesus Christ says, hey, let the young people come to me because the kingdom of Christ is for them. And the school should be a part of that. It should be a place where kids can go to school and feel safe. But apparently, no. So yeah, that's something that we need talking about. That's something we need talking about. But let's talk about the next story. Next story. Next story is about Young Bob being arrested again. Oh God, Young Bob is very problematic out here. He's causing trouble again. No, I'm playing. Young Bob, I believe you guys have seen this guy. We've had him on a podcast. He's phenomenal at things that he does. Is good. I believe this guy will become somebody big in the country, and I applaud him for what he's been doing. But the police cannot keep him quiet, so they always keep arresting him, and they keep arresting him. First they arrested him for reporting on protest, and this time they've arrested him and we don't know what's going on with him. I'm not sure where it is. I'm not sure if he's okay, but all we know is that Young Bob has been arrested. Here's a clip of him reporting that he was arrested the first time he was arrested. This is the clip of him being arrested yesterday, a few hours ago, of him being arrested. This is a clip I'm going to play right now. Then I'm going to play you a clip of when he was first arrested. So here's the clip. This is the first time they arrested him.
You don't have to say anything that may harm you.
What we're seeing here is Bob has been arrested now.
Do you understand that? I was making attempts to leave. I had my Uber booked for a minute. Just come this way, mate. So, I'm getting more down. So if you'd like to leave, that'd be wonderful. If not,
so it looks like they're going around and arresting people. Huh? What did you say? Ah. We'll keep a distance. We're not going to encroach on what's happening. And he's been took away.
So you're going to start walking away, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's the dispersal in place currently. Young Bob has been arrested under Section 14 of the Dispersal Act.
Yeah, that's Young Bob right there. You've seen it. They took him away, and we've not heard anything from him since. And as you hear from the reporter, that's the only information we have. When he was arrested first time, they released him quick, but this time we've not heard from him. I hope everything goes well with him. But hey, when you become so sharp with your words, when you become so good with it, this is what happens. They keep arresting you. They'll keep arresting you. They'll keep on arresting you. And this is a problem in the country right now, where they obviously, because they got facial recognition technology everywhere, they're able to detect and know that you are irregular. You are irregular disruptors, a disruptor to their narrative. You are irregular. You're there all the time. You turn up all the time. You're going out there. You ask questions that people can't answer. You ask questions that they don't want to answer. You ask for information, and you also obtain a lot of knowledge that they wish you did not. And that's why we see Young Bob regularly being arrested for no freaking reason. Like, hey, you turned up here, arrested. We're like, why? That's a problem. Here's a video I want you to see. This is the first time the first time they arrested him. This is Cut 5. This is him being arrested first time, and he explains why he was arrested and what happened to him while being in police custody. And he's not made a video like that because I don't know where it is right now. I'm not sure if he's back while we're live, but we've not seen it. We've not seen anything from him. I'm sure when he comes out, he will probably tell us what he went through and why he was arrested and all the stuff that he was treated with. But here's a video of him explaining first time.
Was arrested for breach of the peace just for simply filming on a ledge counter-protesters of an abortion rally. Now, of course, my opinions aside, I was an independent journalist on that day, simply filming both the protesters and the counter-protesters. I was hoping to interview some priests and also some counter-protesters as well. Because my work on immigration is separate from abortion, I was hoping that there wouldn't have been such a violent response. Now, I noticed that the head of North London Antifa was in attendance, so that was already a good sign. Then the police warned me of some arbitrary legislation accusing me of being antagonistic, even though any officers on that day couldn't actually define the terms being used. And then they arrested me for simply being on a ledge that I made very clear that the officers were aware of. That's where I'm going to film. It's separate from the protest, but in the area in which I could get a good camera angle of where the protesters were. I was arrested. They were going to send me to Hounslow, but then they ended up sending me to Green's End, which is all the way in North London, just because of Stand Up to Racism and Palestine Action setting up protests to get over 1,000 people protesting for support of a terrorist organisation. Then when I was released, 2 men followed me. They kicked me 2 times in the stomach off camera. Then on camera, they started following me and kicked me 2 times in the leg because they recognised me from the previous protests. And right now, interestingly, I'm actually at a hotel. Because of course I'm still technically homeless and there was no place I could really stay for the nights and to continue my work. I needed to kind of book myself in. So I have no house. I am currently being released pending investigation for a crime that I don't think I committed, and even then it shouldn't be a crime nonetheless. And I've just been beat up for like the several times that it's happened. And this isn't going to stop me. If anything, I want to continue documenting a conservative protester, demonstrating that if you do this, censorship is real and the establishment does really exist for censorship. I was arrested for breach of the peace.
That's right. That's Bob right there, reporting to you the first time he was arrested. And yeah, censorship is real. I want to know what the reason why he was arrested this time. It's taking so long, of course. I want to know why. We've had him on a show before. We had him the first time we had him on this show. It was really freaking good. But YouTube took it down. Same with a lot of people. We had Paul Fobb. We had Rich, we had all these guys, Gurman Singh, we had all these interviewers, lovely guys we're talking to. Big, powerful signal was sent through those podcasts. But all of them, gone. I'm talking thousands of videos. Hey, we're posting 7 to 14 videos a day. Have you noticed that? The team has ramped up, like they're busy as hell right now. There's videos that's been edited that we did this morning. There's so many videos. All that. That's what we were doing before there was censorship. That's what we were doing before the demonetization. All those videos, gone. But now it's basically we started again last week, Wednesday. And we are coming back stronger. And I'll reach out to Bob again and see if we can have him on. It'll be cool because he's gone out there and he's done a lot of stuff since the time we had him on. And I think he'll have more stories to tell us. He'll have more stuff that he's been going through to share to you guys. So if you would like young Bob to be on, please let me know. We're gonna get him anyway, but it will be cool to know if you guys will want him as well. And if you have any sort of questions you want me to ask him, just comment down below. I'll read all the comments. There's a lot of comments, but I make time for it. So yeah, that's young Bob being arrested second time again. Strange, but I'm not surprised. Now, we got to cover the next story here. Our next story is that Britain has more traffic ticket parking warden than the soldiers that we have in the country. That's right. Yes, I know. Why? Because they want to take your money there. So, we need to report about that. Because how come we have all these people? I mean, when you come outside, when you go outside in the UK, like, I remember when I was driving, long time ago. Not really long, to be fair. I started driving really, really quick. As soon as I turned 18, I started driving. In the UK, you're allowed to drive when you turn 18. So I started driving. Now, when I was driving before, when I was parking at place, so when I go places, I park, and I used to get a ticket all the time. Almost had like all the yellow tickets in my car. It was so many, because I used to just pull up somewhere, park it, go in the shop, order my stuff, get in and go. But now the prices back then was like £25, and you had like 30 to 60 days to pay it back, or 90 days to pay it. And now I'm hearing the price is like £130, £70 is the least you can get. It's like, why? Why so much money? What are they doing with this money? Why are they charging us to just drive? And now it's been reported that Britain has more parking warden than full-time soldiers, as fines and charges on drivers reach 2.3 billion a year. It's a big industry now. All the councils are ramping up. They are recruiting every single person who can hold a big phone and charge people tickets for literally stopping, even if they are stopping to drop their daughters off. You'll be driving yourself. You're driving. You stop. You literally stop for a second to drop off somebody or to pick up somebody. And let's say you wait for a minute. You see a guy is already taking your detail, ready to give you a ticket. For what? Why are you so quick? I mean, what is happening? I mean, what the heck? They are charging people just to drive. And they got all these fines, like clean air fines and all these things fines. Oh, if you got a diesel car, oh, that's more fines. Oh, if your car is too old, oh, that's more fines. It's like, what? I just want to drive. And nowadays, if you drive, for somehow you happen to turn into the bus lane, you'll get the letter at your house within the next 48 hours. That's how quick they are. Before it'll take a week. I remember one time driving in London, the worst thing to do. I took my car, I drove to London. For the first time driving in London. So we drove from Manchester to London. It was a fun experience, long journey. And we were there for 2 days. And when I got back to Manchester, there were already tickets here. Fines that I received in London. The tickets are already at home. They got there before me. They're like, hey, you got 90 days to pay this. Or it's going to go to this. Or it's going to go to this. Then this. I'm thinking, God, I was just driving. Chill out. So never drive in London. Never drive in London ever again. Now, let's get into this story. I want to read you the story because it is heartbreaking to see that Britain is doing all their best to capitalize on you driving. Just you owning a car is already them saying, hey, we're going to make a lot of money from you. So let's read this story, shall we? Now, Britain now has more parking warden than full-time soldiers, with fines and charges hitting 2.3 billion a year. Figures have been shown. Nationwide, they are estimated to be about 82 traffic enforcement officers patrolling Britain's street. Yeah, 82,000 traffic enforcement officers patrolling Britain's street. The British Parking Association have said this eclipses the number of a regular soldier in the British Army. The British Army, we only have 73,000 full-time soldiers. So there's more soldiers out there. There's more traffic warden soldiers out there patrolling the street, ready to charge you for driving, ready to charge you for dropping your daughter off, and somehow you happen to relocate where you're going back and you did too long. Maybe your hands is a bit clumsy and you're trying to type your address and you want to go somewhere and you happen to park there for 2 minutes long, and next minute you look on your left, there's a guy who already printed a ticket for you. 82,000 ready, patrolling the street. It's insane. Now let's carry on reading. And despite funding cuts to the British Army, councils have appealed to be ranking up huge profits for the army of parking wardens. Profits nationwide have jumped from 961 million 2 years ago to about 1.1 billion in the most recent years. In all, figures show revenues from drivers for parking permits, tickets and fines have surged about 20% in 2 years as council raised charges to cover budget shortfall. So they're using this scheme. They're using you for driving. They're using this idea to like, hey, since we're not getting more money from the government, hey, let's use that. Let's charge the people who are driving, like charging them up. It used to be £5 before. Sorry, 25 when you get fined. Let's say for parking a double yellow line, or let's say for staying too long at the parking lot, you get like £25. You gotta pay the next 30 days or 90 days. Now it's more like, hey, £70 you gotta pay. Hey, you gotta pay this much. You gotta pay it now. In London, it's about 130 something pounds. We're gonna read here. Now let's carry on. Where was I? Official data also show that in recent years, councils in England made a staggering 1.4 billion from on-street parking charge and 876 million from council-run car parks. Wow. Before, when I was driving, again, this is just 2020 or 2021, then I like being driven. It's better that way. So when I was driving, it was like parking in Manchester. You can go and park for £1 parking per hour. It used to be lovely. You can pull in £1, done. If you're going cinema, you want to park for 4 hours or 2 or 3 hours. I remember going to cinema, park there, and you pay £4 and you're done. But today, when I was with my brother-in-law and we were driving and we're pulling up in town, and I'm looking at the sign, I'm like, wait, what? It's £5 per hour now? What? What changed? The space is still the same. The location is still the same. It's not like we got closer to town. What? So yeah, of course the councils is ramping them up. They all these private landlords, private properties as well. They are ramping them up as well. They are creating this. This is another economy basically for them. Now, broken down, it means that on average, every car on the road in the UK is paying £70 a year in parking charges. Although the true figures will be higher because fines are just for England. Yeah, of course, if you calculate all, the Great Britain and Northern Ireland and Wales and Scotland and everything, I'm sure it's going to be really high. The statistics also do not include cash raised for congestion charging, clean air zones, what the fines for car venturing into bus lanes. Oh, I used to get that all the time, bus lanes, which has brought an extra 1 billion into the total revenue. Now, here's the worst part. Look, listen to this. This is bad. In London, London councils alone, just London alone, they are bringing in 1.06 billion from just charging people to drive. That's it. They're just charging people to drive and they're just bringing this much. With Kensington and Chelsea alone making 50 million a year from on-street parking, Manchester has ranked up 20 million a year. Brixton took over 33 million a year. Wow. God. It will make sense in the near future. It will make sense for you to just walk where you're going because you don't have to park anything, then to get a car. Because if you have a car and you're going somewhere, you're gonna need to park it somewhere. And if they're charging you more than your insurance company, if they're charging you more than any other thing that you're paying for to maintain the car, you might as well just walk there or get a bus there. It's freaking insane. Now, I can carry on reading this. As you know, the numbers get worse. Early this year, London Mayor Sadiq Khan greenlit greenlit an increase in parking fees to maximum of £160. Parking fees, yeah. You missed the parking sign. Well, you missed the parking time. You get £160 to pay. Wow, previously, yeah, it was 130, but now it's going to be 160. London councils issue about 8.3 million penalties charges last year. Are you hearing that? Last year, 8.3 million penalties charges. 8.3 million drivers received penalty charges. Like, hey, you missed to pay here. Hey, you missed this. You missed this. Oh, it's no longer 130. It's 160 now. Oh, next year is probably going to be 200. Maybe 5 years from now, it'll be 500. Just for you to drive. And they are creating this economy and they are banking hard. And it's so strange how many people they're recruiting. They got 82,000 guys just patrolling the street, ready to give you a fine. Ready to give you a fine. I think that's disingenuous. I think that is not fair to the drivers. I'm looking at the clock here because I don't have enough time today. That's not fair. That's not fair for sure. Yeah. I think this is it for this story. Now, what do you think? What do you think about this, guys? What do you freaking think? It's strange, isn't it? It's strange. Hello, the new guys who are coming in. Hello, Golden Golf. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, we'll just cover that story. Let's cover the last story here. I think this is the 5th story we're covering today. 5th story. Oh God, we are quick today. We are like covering pow, 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 pow. I gotta meet the boys today. We're going out. Well, we are not actually going out. We're going to play. We're going to play football. So, and I got an hour to get ready and get out. But I got to do this stream, of course. You know, this is important, I believe. Firmly believe it. Now, let's cover the last story. Last story. Channel 4 has described me and hundreds of patriots far right. That's right. I went to Glasgow last week. I'm not sure if you guys know. I went to Glasgow. I gave a big speech. First speech ever at the protest. And I gave a media outlet stopped me to interview me, and I was like, okay, cool, interview me. And they asked me a question. I was like, bam, 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 bam. Gave them the answers that they were not ready for. Therefore, I'm gonna be there and cry around and be like, oh, they're racist. Oh, they want to kill me. No, I'll give them the truth. Bam, 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 with numbers, facts, history, and all the thing. And apparently, Channel 4 thinks I'm far right. So here's the video I want you to watch. I need you to watch this video. It's let's see where we have this. Oh man, this video is not even prepared yet. Oh God, give me a second. Let me get this video ready for you guys. God, just calling me far right. What the fuck? Okay, cool. Here's Channel 4 on their TikTok. They made a piece of it. I believe they made a piece on TikTok. A team member sent it to me. Actually, the camera woman that I was with, the team sent it to me. They're like, hey, look, you're far right. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, cool. So here's Glasgow. There we are. Let me get this video ready. I think it's ready now. I mean, I can get the article quickly, but I think the video is better because you hear the reporters saying it themselves. It's so strange because the left people, the people on the left were more violent than the people on the right. And the people on the right were not violent. The left was violent. It was out there.
On the streets of Scotland, the saltire is taking on new meanings. Today it flew in Glasgow, not as a symbol of independence, but alongside Union flags, at a rally backed by the far right to protest against asylum seekers. What does the On the streets of Scotland, the saltire is taking on new meanings. Today it flew in Glasgow, not as a symbol of independence, but alongside Union flags at a rally backed by the far right to protest against asylum seekers. What does the
Yeah, backed by the far right. Now, I did give a media recording to them. I gave them a piece. They approached me. They were like, "Hey, yo, let's interview you and stuff." So they interviewed me. I've not posted this video anywhere. The video is not on YouTube. It's not on X. It's nowhere. But I'm here. I'm gonna show you now. Since we're talking about them calling me far right, I recorded my interview with them. So they said, "Hey, let's record. Let me get this piece." I was like, "Okay, cool. Let's just do it." They put microphone on me. I'm thinking, "All right, great. Put a microphone. Let's get going." They put a microphone. We get going, and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna get my team to record this as well. So you're recording for your, for your company, and I need to record for mine." And thank God he was okay with it, and we recorded for ourselves, for myself. And now I've not shown this to anyone, but actually I'm gonna show you right now. So let's see what this video really is. Oh God, can we really? All right, there it is. This is the video. Sit down with me and let's watch this video for the first time. Nobody has seen this video apart from you guys who will be seeing this right now. I've not posted this on YouTube or X or anywhere. So let's sit down and watch this video together. So this is the mainstream media interview me at the Glasgow protest. And then now they've published saying, "Hey, far right." Now, here's the full video from my camera. And obviously, nothing was cut. Just giving you what the guy asked me a question. You can hear it. And I responded that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But obviously, for them, they're going to turn it into like 20-second video of something that they're gonna just cut out and put it out and say, "Hey, far right, black guy." But listen to this full video that nobody has watched.
I'm a refugee myself in this country. I came here when I was 11 in 2013. I was born in a refugee camp, and I came here in this country. Now, that's why I wanted to speak here and tell them how proud I am and how long my family had to wait to be given refugee in this country, and because of people who are barging through illegally, it's making that queue over there longer than ever before. There's reports that came in 2022. Approximately 280,000 people are in the camp waiting for asylum to be processed. So when you see that many people waiting over there, some of them have grandkids over there because they're living in a camp in tents. It meant to be there for months, maybe a couple of years, but it turned out to be a generation. And then you see people barging through. I think that's disingenuous, and I think that's not fair to those people who are waiting.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.
Just tell us why we're here today.
Why am I here? That's a good question. Given the amount of hours and amount of investment I had to put in to get here, that's a good question. Now, I'm here because, first one, because I was invited by a good friend of mine on the show. The Baraka show is a good friend of the show. He was a part of the host today. And I'm here because a lot of these protests that take place, it's only white indigenous Brits who go out there and speak. And each time when they speak, they get a lot of people calling them racist, far right, all these words. Right. Now, the reason why I chose to come today is because I'm a refugee myself in this country. I came here when I was 11 in 2013. I was born in a refugee camp, and I came here in this country. Now, that's why I wanted to speak here and tell them how proud I am and how long my family had to wait to be given refugee in this country. And because of people who are barging through illegally, it's making that queue over there longer than ever before. There's reports that came in 2022. approximately 280,000 people are in the camp waiting for asylum to be processed. So when you see that many people waiting over there, some of them have grandkids over there because they're living in a camp in tents. It meant to be there for months, maybe a couple of years, but it turned out to be a generation. And then you see people barging through. I think that's disingenuous, and I think that's not fair to those people who are waiting for asylum claim to be processed in the other country. Well, not barging through.
And what's the single biggest thing that needs to change now, you think?
I think, first, I would want more people to peacefully hold this kind of demonstration, because that wakes people up. There's a lot of people that was not intending to come today. There's a lot of people who were just walking past, but they kind of stand and be like, what's going on here? I want to hear more. I want to get to find out. Then they get to know stuff that they didn't want to, well, they were not aware of, first. Second, I would want the media to put these images out there and wake people up at home. Third, I would want the government to get involved as well, to also recognize there's people who choose to abide by the law and the rules, and there's other people who choose not to, and somehow the second ones are getting prioritized better than the people who wait. So that's why I think I would like to get that as an outcome, to be fair.
And what do you think just finally, what do you think the overall message of this whole protest is?
The overall message here was more of Scotland. It doesn't come up to the news to maybe because I'm from Manchester, I don't get Scotland news as much. I don't really hear about Scottish people and what they're doing, what their trouble. I don't know much about that. Now, when I was coming here on my way here, the reports coming in that Scotland is the highest area in the country that's housing illegal migrants. I mean, most people don't know this. So when I was looking at the numbers, I see Scotland first, then Middlesbrough, then Manchester. And now, I think when you host these demonstrations, more people are waking up and more people are realizing, hey, it's time to say no. And I think that's why a lot of people turned up today. Even though it was raining off and on, they still turned up and sent a big signal. So that's good. That's good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, appreciate that.
So then I was born in a refugee camp in Tanzania at the time.
So that's the full interview. Now, of course, I've not seen that out yet from them. But what I've seen is that I am far right. That's what we've seen so far. They've not published that story. Maybe that story was, this one, not good. It's not a victim. It did not call them far right. It did not condemn them. It did not cry how oppressed he is. Not good story to publish. Just leave it there. Maybe delete it. That's them right now. That story is not out yet. I gave to them. But what has been out, what has been published, is that I am far right football hooligan for turning up. That's Channel 4 for God's sake. But it will make no sense for them to call everybody far right then publish the story that they done. Because it will make no sense, right? But it will make more sense to them to keep the information closely guarded and slander everybody. They don't want you to see the face. They don't want you to hear what I said. Because no, it just makes the censorship machine tremble. It just destroys the narrative. So they don't want that. And yeah, it's insane. That's the media that we're meant to trust. Now, it's been a lovely story. It's been a lovely coverage today. We've done 1 hour and 9 minutes. I was aiming to do 59 minutes and 59 seconds. But of course, we've gone past that. I think we've covered 5 stories. I think that's enough for today. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to call it today, the day. I'm going to call it a day now. I got a lot of things to do today. I put a lot of investment into this. So, and trust you guys. I appreciate you guys so much for turning up. We're going to grow this channel together. We will grow it together. We grew it before. We're going to grow it again. So just bear with me. While the numbers are down right now, don't get discouraged. Don't feel like this is the reason for you to tap out as well. When we started, we had 0. I was going live, talking to nobody, myself. That's right. I remember going live and talk to 0. So, when the numbers are down, that's when it's time to tune in and go bam, 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 and reclaim your kingdom again. So, don't get discouraged. We're going to grow this channel together, and the only way we can do it if we both work together, you and I. We need to work together. So if you got a friend, a neighbor, a cousin, share this video to them. Share this live feed to them. Share the channel to them, because we will grow this channel again. So, it's been a lovely time. It's been a lovely hour talking to you guys. Yeah, it's been a great stream, I might add. Thank you so much for all those who tuned in. And thank you so much for those who watched the restream later on. Without further ado, hand to the head salute. I salute you guys. I hope you guys salute me too. We're good soldiers in this battle, and we're defeating evil and we're winning. So, salute. Bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I aimed 5 o'clock, but now it's turning out to be 7 o'clock. It's turning out to be 6 o'clock. So last time we started the live stream at 8 o'clock. It's like, what? But I aim 5 o'clock. Trust me, 5 o'clock. See you 5 o'clock. I'll aim 5 o'clock. But yeah, and don't get tired. We're going to grow the numbers up. Don't get discouraged. Bye-bye.
Attention. This is not just a normal t-shirt. This is your battle armor in this war against lies and manipulation and deception. And when you wear this t-shirt, you are not just making a statement. You are drawing a line in the sand. And you're saying, I will not be silenced. I will not be bought. And I will not be steered. Every thread in this t-shirt screams defiance. Every letter of I found the truth, not propaganda. Or maybe every letter of the nation needs to know is a rally cry out for independent thinkers, disruptors, the people who refuse to bend to the mainstream media narrative. We need your fund, and this is your chance to stand up, to speak out and fund the fight for the truth. Don't just wear it like a regular t-shirt. You have to live it. The nation needs to know you're gonna live it. Yes, please. I need you to fuel the resistance. Be the reason why the truth survives in this country. Please get yours at thebarakashow.com, and thank you so much for keeping us on air. Thank you.
In the shadow of the digital gulag, we fire up the truth cannon and blast through the lies.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.